We come together to learn chapter 7 in Tehillim. And this chapter discusses David HaMelech being saved from his enemy, Shaul HaMelech, Saul the king, and all the people that were chasing David HaMelech to try to kill him before he became king. So the chapter begins, Shigayin LeDavid, a mistake by David. David HaMelech cut the robe of Shaul HaMelech just to show that he could have killed him, but he didn't kill him. He just wanted to show that he is that he wants to be at peace with Shaul HaMelech. So David felt guilty about what he did, and so he wrote Shigayin LeDavid. It's a mistake by David HaMelech, Asher Shar Lashem, that he sang this following chapter to God, Al Divrei, regarding the event of Chush ben Yemini. David HaMelech, Shaul HaMelech is called Chush, the black one, because in a certain way, Shaul was perfect and righteous. The son of Yemini, he was from Shevet Binyamin. And yet, this one thing that Shaul HaMelech chasing David and accusing him and looking to kill him is the one thing that we find wrong with Shaul. It's hard to understand, but when you learn Tanakh, you see that there's a much deeper story behind it. But David HaMelech writes, Hashem Elokai, oh my Lord, my personal God, who's involved in the details of my life. Bicha chasisi, in you I seek refuge. Hashi'eni, save me, Mikol Roitfai, those who are chasing me, and before I get into their grasp. And if after I get into their grasp, Vahatzileni, save me. Why? Because if I let my enemies do what they want with me, Penyitroif Ka'arye Nafshi, they will tear me apart like a lion tears up its prey. Pyrek, breaking me to pieces, the Ein Matzil, and then I will never be saved. And now, David HaMelech says that if I did something wrong, I think I deserve this. In Hashem Elokai, God, my judge, if I did such things, wrong things, if I have guilt in my hands, that means I did something wrong by cutting the coat of Shaul in Gemalti Sholmi Ra. Did I pay back those that were my friends with evil? That's terrible. You betray somebody who thinks you're your friend, and you pay him back with doing something bad. So David HaMelech says, did I do something like that? Or did I rescue my enemies by doing something that I didn't have to do, by cutting off the cloak of Shaul HaMelech for no reason? It might have been I did something terrible. And therefore, David HaMelech said, if I did something like that, and I wasn't supposed to, then if I did it on purpose, Yiradoif Oyev Nafshi, that the enemy chase after my soul, not just the enemy, but everyone else who the enemy entices to chase after me, they should chase after my soul, my life, V'yasek, and catch up to me, V'yirmas la'aretz, and crush to the ground, Chaye, my body, Uchvoidi, and my honor and my body and my self-esteem, la'afar yashkin sela, should forever remain in the dust. But I know it's not true. I feel I didn't do anything on purpose or anything wrong. So please save me from these enemies, says David HaMelech. Kuma Hashem, rise up Hashem, ba'apecha, in your anger. Hinaseh, ba'avrois tzoyrei, assert yourself through bringing fury against my foes. And we say, like, so to speak, like God's asleep. So he, like, Ure Eli, bestir yourself, wake up on my behalf. Mishpat Tavisa, didn't you command judgment in the Torah? You said that God always concerns himself and pays attention to the ones that is being oppressed, that if they cry out to God, God listens to them right away. Va'adas, so David HaMelech says, Va'adas lu'umim t'sayveveka, those assembly of peoples that surround you and looking for your help against me. V'oleha lamarim shua. To them, return yourself to high. Don't pay attention to them or give them assistance. David HaMelech saying, don't give assistance to my enemies. Just the opposite. Hashem Yodin Amim. Hashem judges the peoples. Shafteni Hashem. Judge me, Hashem. Vindicate me. Prove to them I'm innocent. Kitzitki, according to my righteous acts. Uchsumi, and my righteous intention. Sumi is like when you're complete and innocent, totally innocent of even a bad thought or lie that are mine. Yigmona ra rishoim, the evil things that the rishoim did, that those evil things should make them doomed and come to an end, because it's the averos that they do, the sins that they do that create their own doom. Uschoinin tzaddik uboichin libois, but establish the righteous. Uboichin libois uklois, the one who probes the hearts and the conscience. In other words, you can't fake out God. God knows the truth about each individual. Elikim tzaddik, God does everything correctly. Therefore, Migini al Elikim, my protection is by God. I look to God that He's going to protect me. Moshiach, He will save me. Yishrei Lev, because my heart is upright and fair. In my heart, I'm innocent. Elikim, God, Shofet Tzaddik, vindicates the ones that are doing things righteous. He makes them win the case. But against those that are evil and who violate His will, the Kel Zoyim B'chol Yom, God shows His anger each and every day. Somehow, if you look closely, you'll see that God shows His anger every day against those people who are doing bad things. And God says that God really wants His creatures to return and be on the right path. If the person doesn't want to return, God sharpens his sword. And if the person thinks he can run away from God, no matter what, God doesn't need a sword. He bends his bow and aims it, because you can run far and God will get you even if you are at a distance. If you completely run away, there's always God readies Himself with deadly weapons. There's no way you can run away. Wherever you are, God can get you. Chitzav, His arrows, ladolkim yifal, are made specifically sharp to those who are chasing the righteous. Hine yechabel, behold, the evil person, yechabel oven, conceives mischief. V'hara amal. In the Yechabel oven, he hatches evil, Bahara Omal, and conceives mischief, the Yola Chaka, and gives birth to fraud. It's a whole plan. Evil people have this whole plan in their heads that they write it out, and then they bring it to fruition. Bar Kora, they dig a pit. By Kapareu, and they dig it even deeper. But by Yipal B'Shachas Yifal, they fall into the trap that they made. They made for themselves. That's the trap that they fall into. Yashuv Amolai Baroishe, all his frustrating plans that he wanted to do against other people, on the evil person should fall back Baroishe on his head, in his own thoughts. Ba'at Kotkai, on his forehead, Chamasoi Yered, his lawlessness should come down. He should feel the effects of what he wanted to do to other people in mind and in body. And David HaMelech ends off, Oida Hashem, but I will thank Hashem Kitzitkai because of His righteousness. And He does correctly for me. Whatever He does, I know He's doing right, even if I'm unworthy of it. And He's always doing right for me. Va'azam Rashem Hashem, and I will sing a song to Hashem. Elia, He's way up there. He sees the big picture, and He's in charge of everything. So end this chapter 7.